How's it going, Aries community? Soul Tigers here with a special story for this wonderful frequency. So some keywords here for you, Aries, is you can't have the light without the dark, just like you can't have the dark without the light. Weathering the storm of chaos builds stamina and endurance. Sometimes we go through things to prepare us for the future events. Things that haven't happened yet. Think about how you handled your first breakup or your first employer versus your fifth breakup and your fifth employer. Tough times tend to mold us in ways we can't get without experience. So one of the biggest things is Aries. The world doesn't have it out for you at this point in time. It's just merely preparing you to have the knowledge for future things that are to happen in your life. Whether you accept the lessons now or you don't could really set up how you're going to struggle with future events that happen in your life. So let's talk about some things here. First thing I see right away in reverse, something that you maybe feel a little bit abandoned. Like I said, you could feel like life has it out for you, is we have heavenly signs. Maybe you feel like the chaos that's happening right now is definitely wearing on your beliefs that there is better out there for you type of thing. What you could be facing now could be stuff that brings on more social anxiety, makes you want to pull back away from others. It could be having something to do with you being afraid to speak up for certain things as well. Something we're confused on is volunteering. Volunteering for what? Volunteering a belief, holding this belief that you are stronger than you know. Sometimes we have to volunteer ourselves to certain things, certain ideas, in order to start concreting it within us, in order to start making things happen. So right here, one of the things is being able to open yourself up to seeing how you are strong enough to handle the chaos that's happening right now. And you know what? There are many times that I have to tell myself, Aries, that you know what? Divine believes that I'm strong enough to handle this, so I must be strong enough. Have you ever had somebody who believed in you when it came to a certain task, a certain thing, and you were like, I don't know if I can do it? One thing I can tell you as an example is when I brought my first child home. I was young. I was like 20 years old, just shy of 21. And I couldn't believe that these people at the hospital trusted me with this very valuable thing, my daughter. And I was like, you guys believe I can do this? I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can handle this. But my daughter still came home with me. And I managed to raise her from a baby all the way up until she was almost 18. So sometimes we are given things that we feel like we can't handle at first. But there's others, again, there's the divine that believes that we can handle that load. So having faith, motivation, something here you're not seeing. Motivation is something that we have to work on. It's something that we have to give ourselves permission to have. Something else you're at odds ends with. You're not understanding why, who you're dealing with, what you're dealing with, why they're acting the way that they're acting. It comes down to these adult children. Here we have this blue. So these immature adults are definitely ones that are bringing an imbalance to your throat chakra, being able to speak up. And when you have somebody who's targeting you in that sense, it makes it hard not to want to withdraw yourself from the world, from those groups, from those people, from those places, kind of thing. But people will be how people will be. Just know it all comes out to what our perception is. If we're going to acknowledge what they're doing, if we're going to absorb what they're saying, just know that. Because one of the biggest things is learning how to be grounded within ourselves, how to stand strong in ourselves no matter what the naysayers are saying. Aries, who's doing it? Who's doing it? Just remember, people would love for you to keep their misery company. It's up to you if you really feel like you should have to keep their misery company. Nobody has to. It's nobody's job to keep others' misery company. Just know that. Alright, so now that we're going to get out of that introduction, we're going to go into the present here. Let's ask our ancestors and spirit guides, what else needs to come out into this present to help give us some clarity as to what's happening, why it's happening. Alright, so a lot of things are coming down to this motivation. It's coming down to you being able to really believe in yourself. Really believe in yourself when it comes to these others, how these others are communicating with you, especially how these others are communicating with you, and then what you think of yourself when you walk away. Because I mean, what I have here is I have the Emperor, Lovers, to the Moon. So you're taking care of business, no matter the type of people around you, because there's definitely a belief here that you gotta get stuff done. There's just something here that you gotta get done, regardless of what people are saying about you. So that's good. You're holding that motivation, but for some reason, you really wish people would do other things, would be able to maybe act more emotionally evolved kind of thing. Ooh, let me do it this way. There's definitely been a lot of injustice in your life. People trying to play off of you, play off of your independence. That could be a thing too since a younger age. Maybe because you got a lot of people who want to feel sorry for themselves around you. A lot of people who want to stay within that victim mentality. You know, using that victim mentality to sway others on how others feel about you type of thing. That could be a thing here. That's something that also pulls on your motivation. It pulls on your strength as well, how you view yourself. So we have to be careful with these others. You're confused at how hard you have worked, to overcome the different conflicts in your life. And what ends up happening is you have somebody who brings you conflict. You have somebody who's over here trying to point the finger at you, trying to say you did this, you did that, blah, 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 blah. But they're over there acting like a fool themselves. They're trying to sit here and play the victim when they're the ones who could be starting the shit. And again, what they're doing is they're trying to target your throat chakra. It's a lot of water. I'm seeing a lot of blue here, but I'm also seeing some shadow side here too. So it's definitely emotions that they're trying to target, but they're also trying to target your mentality as well. And I'm getting reputation again. I know I got reputation for Taurus. So what happens when you have somebody who wants to play the victim, but they're actually the predator? They're the narcissist. They're the bad person, but they play the victim. So what happens is you can get people like that who will corral others around them because they're just feeding everybody the lies. Quick to point out what you're doing, but also quick to acknowledge and ignore what they're doing that causes these repercussions. So right here, what I'm seeing is you just have to hold your head up high when it comes to these others. Stuff will always come out of the wash. ill-minded people, ill-tempered people, for some reason I want to say, it will always hang out. They can't always shove all their craziness in their pockets and keep it there. It comes out every now and then. And you know what's another thing is if this person's so heavily focused on you, whether it's at work, whether it's at home, whether it's within a family, whether it's some kind of community, it will show. They will have a little obsession about you, and any time that they can talk shit about you, they will do it, because remember, everything and anything that you do messes with them. So this is something that will show, but for some reason, this is something here that's always happened with you. I feel like this is something that's always been brought to you, but you've always waited for this kind of, what I'm hearing to say is karmic currency to change since you were younger. So, I mean, it could always have to do with some type of masculine energy who abuses their power. And that isn't just saying a man. This is somebody who is really flexed one way in the way that they do about things, really flexed in one way of the way that they talk about things, really flexed in one way that they see things. And that's the only way that they can develop in that area of their lives. That's the only way that they know how to show any progress in their lives is basically talking ill about others. Now, what you have is a very insecure person. That's what you have. This person most likely doesn't really have much, and the only way that they get anything is by making people feel sorry for them, playing the victim, even though they're not the victim. Like I said, they're like a predator. They're stalking you. They're over here always talking about you. They make their life, their daily routine about you. It's like a child who's throwing a fit because they can't get your attention because they're acting like a fool. Well, we don't reward foolish behavior, do we? No. And then I just want to throw this out there. Sometimes you will get people who will act stupid with you, and they will continue to act stupid with you for a long time. We'll say 6 months to a year or so. And for some reason, they feel like a year later, year and a half later, that you should still want to talk to them, that you should want to reconstruct a bridge to them instead of the one that you've burnt down, leaving it burnt down. And you know what? Those people, I will tell you, have their head so far up their ass. They're delusional because all they keep smelling is their own bullshit. They can't sit here and get a fresh breath of some good oxygen, some fresh breath of good air, some fresh some fresh air. I don't know why I'm saying fresh breath, maybe because they got stinky shitty breath too, but this person, because their head's so far up their ass, they can't even think right. They can't think right, they can't see right because they're so butthurt that you won't deal with their bullshit. That's on them. That is on them. I know people who are like that. They think they could show back up in your life whenever, and you're supposed to overlook everything that they said about you, everything that they've been doing to you for that whole time between when they started acting stupid till up until the point that they say, hey, I should just be able to stroll back in your life. No, no, no. Oh, hell no. I will not invite a clown back into my home. I will not invite a clown back into my space. What makes you think that I should hold any respect for you when you went through treating me like shit for so long? And just because you played the victim with everyone, I should forgive you? Oh, no, 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 no. Keep your head up high, Aries, because you're handling it. The only thing is they can't handle you handling it. Again, this person plays the victim. And what that tells me is this person is an attention seeker. So this person most likely struggles with rejection. And because you're rejecting them, they can't let you go. Because you rejected them, that's why they talked all that shit about you. Ugh. Ugh. So they think, oh, year later, maybe I can get back. Ew. Stay away from them. Keep those boundaries up. Don't let that person try and creep up on you, because again, that person does not have great intentions. If this person has been giving you hell for standing up for yourself, what do you think they're going to do if you let them back in? Oh, they're going to start pushing your boundaries, and then they're going to start doing things that you don't like again, because they think that they can, because guess what? You're always going to let them back in. Oh, hell no. And you know what? That can be hard to do. That's really hard to do when you have people who are out there in your community type of settings trying to set examples that there's something different. But I'll let you know, your community a lot of times knows what's happening. They can smell the shit on this person's shoe before they even come. But you know what? A lot of people are afraid to say what's up. A lot of people are afraid to sit there and stand up for themselves. A lot of people are afraid to speak about somebody when they feel like that person has the good in a community, because you know what? They don't know how the community is going to receive it. But you know what? How can we change things? How can we not accept predatory type of behavior from others? Well, it starts with putting our foot down, and it starts with also not wearing blindfolds to people's behaviors. That's one thing as well. And you know what? We have to start empowering people. We really have to start empowering the people that they victimize, because a lot of times the victim is the one that gets the first blame. And that's really sad, because that's what society has molded us into. And the thing is, we go through things so we can learn how to stand up for ourselves, so we can learn how to change the future for future generations, the younger generations that are coming. All right, so angels of protection, please help guide us and keep us protected as we navigate the block for the Aries community. Ooh, I think this is gonna do it. Thank you, Aries, for your patience with me. I'm a little scattered because I had like a lavender latte, and I haven't really eaten breakfast this much. Just a few bites of this wonderful scone. Oh my gosh, it's so good. All right, so something that definitely stands out to me that lands on this moon is, you already know, I feel like you already know, you've been through it, you know how this person is, you know how this place is, and you know that even if you were to play nice again, they would still sit here and do the thing that will hurt you. Again, because they're for themselves. Trust that intuition. Do not back off of that. Then we have this Wheel of Fortune. The whole thing is, you don't hold optimism for anything changing when it comes to how others are viewing you because of this situation. It's definitely something that makes you feel more at a distance with your community, whether it's a workplace or something like that. It definitely makes you feel like you're out on the cold. It could make you feel like you're an oddball, or this person could be trying to make you feel like you're out in the cold, like you're the oddball, like you're not welcome, kind of thing like that. That's what I'm getting with that Five of Pentacles. But the thing is your battle is to put down the confusion, especially when it comes to others. You know, it comes to others and what they want to believe, because you know what, these others, whoever they are, they won't have your back like you have your back. And I feel like that's something that you wait for validation. Somebody just to say, hey, I see what's happening. I see what's happening. I see what this person's putting you through. But the thing is, you're waiting for something that may not come in. You're waiting for a certain kind of, what I'm hearing, equilibrium, or some kind of justice, something to kind of put everything back into balance when it comes to whoever this person is, because this person likes to think that they're a big deal in this community. And this is something that kind of messes with your motivation when it comes to wanting to go out into your community more when dealing with this person. So then we have the Magician. Yeah, so definitely one of the challenges here that block you is you tend to fall back. You tend to fall back when it comes to what you feel like a community looks at you as. You're afraid of what others could say about you. You're afraid of what others will interpret about you. You're afraid of how others will believe the illusions that are said about you. And what that tells me is you have a hard time being grounded in yourself, being grounded in your emotions, being grounded in your mind. And one of the things is you have to see this. You really have to see this when it comes down to putting down these confusions of others, when it comes to basically you always worrying about what they're saying about you or what they could think about you, is you really have to see that these people don't do much for you. You are the one who does everything for yourself. And what I mean is, at the end of the day, sometimes when I run into conflicts with others, sometimes I have to put their opinion down by telling myself this, or I ask myself these simple questions. Does this person pay my bills? Does this person support me financially in any kind of way? Does this person, provide food for me? Does this person provide a roof over my head? What does this person actually provide for me? And then I look at it as they don't do a damn thing for me, but try and ruin my reputation. Well, then they're not shit. They're not shit. They're a waste of space. They're a waste of time. They're a waste of energy for me to even focus on. I have to keep focused on what I do for me, what I bring in from my environment, how I build my stability, because you will always have people trying to bump you so that they can rock your stability. The best thing I can give you an example of is the Mario go-karts, or not Mario go-karts. Yeah, Mario go-karts, or even Sonic. When Sonic's going through and something bumps Sonic, then all the coins fall out. I think with Mario go-karts, if something hits you, it knocks off whatever you've gained. And that's going to happen in life, where people are going to see your success. They're going to see your independentness, especially your independentness. And they will target that because they don't have it. Remember, you have this adult child over here who's playing victim. That tells me this person cannot provide for themselves. This person can't really do shit for themselves. They have to go and beg for stuff from others in order to have anything close to what you have. Now, we really can't compare apples to oranges here, because this is that type of situation. The whole thing is, you have to remember what you're doing and just put this other person, what they're doing, their opinion, and whoever believes their opinion, you got to put it to rest and just move on with your day, because at the end of the day, that's going to mess up your stability if you want to focus on it. But these people do nothing for you. They do nothing for your environment. They do nothing for you that's going to help support you. So you got to let it be like water on a duck's back. Just let it roll off of you. They're going to say what they're going to say, and you know what? They will corral other people to want to sit here and to poke at you too. But that's okay, because those people want to keep that person's misery company. And you know what? Birds of a feather will flock together. That is it. You don't have to go out of your way to be nice to this person, but you don't have to go out of your way to be mean to this person either. Like I said, you could just let them be, and you just focus on you. Focus on your successes. Focus on what you're building. Because at the end of the day, what you're already doing, they're jealous of. They're envious of. And that's why they try and attach themselves to you, even if it's through their opinion of you. Ugh. All right, so let's get out of this block already. Let's call in divine and universal energy. What are the positive messages here for the conclusion when it comes to the Aries frequency? I'm hearing one card, one more card. What is the last card? There is the last card. So, I like this. A part of growth. This is what you're confused on. A part of growth is learning how to release things. Learning how to release things that aren't for us. Not out of bitterness, but out of gratitude. Being able to acknowledge when something is not good for you, and being able to move forward from there. Not with a closed heart chakra, but with the open one, with emotional balance, with forgiveness, with love, compassion, and harmony for yourself. You don't have to hold it for them. You have to hold it for yourself. Because sitting here closing yourself off, they're going to sit here and make you bitter. They're going to make you hold grudges against them. And that's bringing you down to their level. And what did I tell you about this? What you're going through now is to help you build your resilience when it comes to dealing with others. Whoever, whatever wants to say what they're going to say, that's it. People will always have their opinions. Not everybody's going to see things from your point of view. And that's okay. That is okay. But again, there could be something in the future that you have to build your resilience to, that you're going to be creating. But first, you have to face these opinions of others, and you have to learn how to overcome that. Again, because there's something here that comes to your future where you're going to need the will. The will to surpass different phases of things that are going to come about still, because we still have plenty of our lives to live. Maybe it's the different phases that we deal with people at. You know, if you're an entrepreneur, you're going to deal with different people at different levels when it comes to the success of your business. The more you get your business out there, the more you're going to deal with good people, but you're also going to deal with naysayers, you know. So that is something here that could be helping bring a balance to your inner confidence, your inner stability, your inner groundedness when it comes to the moves that you're making. Now, when it comes to healing and moving forward, you have the power. You have the power, and you've trusted an inner light with you, that inner tuition. I always say inner tuition, that intuition, that inner intuition. And the way that you went, you wanted to go in a more mercy, kindness, accepting, compassionate kind of way. This is why you're not out in the community bashing this person, like this person is bashing you. Stick to that, because there is powers in being able to move forward. Being able to move forward again with an open heart instead of a closed heart. Again, because people hear what you say and people will judge you off of what you're saying too. Just know that, keeping your head up, going about things in love, light, and compassion to get the most out of where you're going and what you're putting out. Something over here when it comes to your optimism, when it comes to the things that you want to nurture, when it comes to maybe the views of the communities and stuff like that, is you're gonna always deal with extremes. Not everybody's gonna like what you're doing, and not everybody's going to agree with what you're doing. Remember, there are just some people walking around miserable, hating life, hating their outcomes, hating the fact that they can't do what other people do. Just know that those extremes will always be there. That's why I said you can't have the dark without the light, and you can't have the light without the dark, because you've been through the dark before and you've made it to the light. You've made it to seeing things from a different point of view, just like you made it to the point to keep working hard for everything that you have, to conquer all the conflicts that you've had before this. Just know that the conflicts that you've conquered before this, I feel like they were much more than this conflict in the media. But what could be happening is it just feels like this conflict's dragging out. Again, there's a lesson here for you to be able to move past people's opinions about you. And something that you don't see, and I like that because I was just talking about how this is dragging out for you, is patience. Patience, patience, patience. That is the hardest thing to see at times, especially when we feel like we're being judged by others because of what somebody's running around saying about us. That's hard. It's something that can make us feel like we're on our own. It's definitely something that could tug at our emotions. It's definitely something that makes it feel very dark around us. But like I said, you have a power here. You have a power. If you keep that heart chakra open and you don't close it and you don't start to mirror what this person's doing, then you will be able to navigate out of this. Just like when anything else comes about in the future that reminds you of this situation, it's gonna be easy. This situation is preparing you to deal with other stuff, and that other stuff won't even be able to hold a candle next to what you've dealt with. I'm just gonna say it like that. I will give a little detour right here. I had, for the first time, like a certified crazy neighbor, schizophrenic neighbor, and I'm not trying to talk bad about this person, but this person was very, very heavily unbalanced. They were not diagnosed at the time. And this person used to like to harmonize with her bat on the banister at like 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 6 o'clock in the morning. And she would openly tell me that I wasn't allowed to go down the stairs to get to my vehicle because I had to pass her apartment. And she put the neighborhood through a lot of shit. She put all the neighbors through stuff. And when it finally came time when she moved out, I went into her apartment and this lady was stabbing the walls with a knife. It was horrible. And you know what? The situations that I face now are cakewalks compared to that neighbor. Cakewalks, because I've already dealt with crazy. You can't top that kind of crazy I done dealt with. So just remember, when we go through hardships with people, places, and or things, it's something here that helps build our resilience. And you know what? Even though this lady was so much, she was her own kind of adult child, I still have gratitude for that situation. I have gratitude for that situation because I already dealt with the most craziest. I don't really think there's another neighbor that could really top this one, because this one was a lot. So just know that holding gratitude for the situations that we go through to help give us the will, power to keep going through other situations that may arise with other communities and other ringleaders of the communities. You know, people who try and take advantage of their position of power because they feel like they have such a strong following, even though they're just creating illusions with all the gossip that they're saying. Again, you have to learn how to see past that confusion. You have to learn how to release that, whatever those opinions are, because one of the things is you staying hung up in your mind about that is sacrificing your energy towards them. You know, because you're being put through this, even though it seems unfair. But because the divine believes in you, it believes that you can shoulder this. Now what's happening here is the divine wants to wake you up and have you be able to volunteer yourself to this belief as well. Getting motivated to warm yourself up, get up out the cold. Instead of waiting for people to justify you, you have to create a way to challenge this, to be able to go face to face with it, but not to wreak havoc, but to let this tower happen when it comes to your confidence, being able to have the patience and seeing that you've been through stuff. You've been through stuff. You're going to continue to go through stuff at different phases of your life. But again, it's all to help create growth. Growth, especially when it comes to you building out of always seeing things from the shadow side. Seeing that, you know, maybe there is something with you. Maybe you're not right. Maybe you're wrong. Maybe, you know, no. Or you have to do something a little different. And you have to see your success. You have to take a step back and figure out what the hell it is that irritates this person about you. Because remember, this person doesn't have good intentions for you. They want to hold on to you, but they want to do more. That is not okay. And this person speaks very ill about you. This person wants to stop you. They want to stop you from doing so good, because you know what? We have these extremes where people will be jealous, where people don't want to see us keep doing good, because you know what? We're outshining them, because they have to again beg for everything, whoever this is. You have to remember how you hold things down, how you take care of things, how you've worked hard for the position that you're at right now. Just know that. Keep an open mind and an eye out for those heavenly signs to show you that, hey, the divine believes in you. And you weren't sent this person that's in your moment of now who's messing with you because there's something wrong with you. No, you were sent this person as like a test to see if you did learn any lessons from previous experiences, and if you can get through this experience with your head held high when it comes to others and their gossip about you. Just remember, you've made it so far because there's been a certain belief, there's been a certain way you've been forging your way. And sometimes our haters are our number one fans. Just know that you're doing something right here, and that's why it's irritating this person so much. So keep doing what you're doing. Don't let them dull your shine, Aries. Alright, so this is going to conclude it. Don't forget to thank your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, as well as divine and universal energy for coming on in and helping out. And as always, I hope that you have a most wonderful rest of your day.